Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my night routine for exam week, and basically every night before an exam I have a very specific sort of routine that I stick to because it helps me just sort of finish off my studying and also de-stress and help me prepare myself for the exam the next day. And so I did this routine every single day during my public exams and it really worked. So I usually try to work out and shower at 5 because this allows me to eat an early dinner at 6. And even though it's sort of early, I feel like eating early allows your body more time to digest, and so I can just fall asleep easier at night because of this. So I tend to eat dinner at 6. And right afterwards, I'll get ready to study. So the first thing I do is brew myself a cup of chamomile tea. Actually, I just put the tea bag in the boiling water. But I think having a tea every night really gives some routine to my night. And chamomile tea is known for its calming properties, and that's why I drink it every night before my exams. But yeah, after that, I will immediately start studying. And the main thing to note in the night before your exam is that you shouldn't try to cram or learn any new information. The most I do is just to go over the concepts I've already learned and just sort of review everything in my mind. And I think flashcards are the best to do that because they're fast and you can get through a lot of information in a short amount of time. I usually like listening to movie soundtracks while I'm studying, and I already have like a 20-hour long playlist on Spotify with so many movie soundtracks put into one playlist, and that's what I listen to while I do my final studying. Apart from learning your exam syllabus, I think learning the exam skills are just as important, and so I try to spend at least half an hour on the night before exams just to go over how to answer the questions, what techniques I should use, and all that information, because this is just as important for the exam as anything you're going to memorize. The last study-related thing I do in the night is to write out a reminder for the next morning, because I tend to wake up quite early on exam mornings and try to go over a little bit more information before the exam. So I'll just write out the one concept I'm the most unfamiliar with, just so I can look over it one more time the next morning, and I do this on the little whiteboard I have just as a reminder for the next morning. And finally, at 9 o'clock, I will shut myself down and stop studying and just focus on relaxing. And I know 9 is a pretty early time, but I also sleep early, and so that's why I let myself rest at 9 o'clock. And what I do is mainly just put on some music and sort of chill, like meditate. And there are two playlists I love to do this. The first one is called Golden Age, and it's just a bunch of songs from the 40s or 50s, and it is the most calming playlist ever. And the second playlist I use is Soul Food, which is basically just worship music or Christian music. And this is really important to me because it gives me a sense of peace, which hopefully can help me prevent insomnia or basically just help get me to sleep during the night. And so I will also journal or maybe just sit there and meditate to the music, and this will really help me wind down after the whole entire day of studying, and that way I can really go to sleep easily and be rejuvenated for the exam the next day. And finally, I will force myself to go to sleep at 9:45 because I need to wake up at 6 every morning for my exams, and I just really need at least 8 hours of sleep, and so that's why I sleep so early. But yeah, you can see from this video that I really put a lot of emphasis on winding down and relaxing on the night before your exams, and that's because I feel like we've already spent months learning stuff for the exam, and the night before is not for cramming more information. It's just for relaxing so that you can consolidate everything you've learned and really perform to your best ability the next day. And so that's all for this video. I hope you guys found this useful and you will sort of try to implement some of these in your own night routine before exams. So yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching and bye!